What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Beloved. And indeed, I'm trying to catch up on some deep dives that fell off for longer than I intended, including this one. We're going back to the Where It Is album. This is 1987, though again, this is taken from the 88 CD version. In any case, the next tune is This Means War, a phrase that I feel like you often hear more in comedic context or like, you know, lighthearted banter and so on. I suppose, you know, there are some famous references of it being used more seriously, but it's the idea that a certain action is perceived as a notable escalation, and therefore the person is declaring, okay, this means war. What they have done, you know, must be retaliated for. So again, I hear it now more in, you know, like the context of comedies and people, you know, someone does something, you know, sort of funny and prankish and whatever, like this means war. But again, it can be used more seriously, so I wonder, you know, what context, what scale it might be here, but it sounds like there is some escalation which is perceived as pushing things into an entirely new category, you know, passing a certain threshold of tolerability. So let's find out what it actually is. This is The Beloved. The tune is This Means War, and it's from the 1987 album Where It Is.
Sitting around in circles, concentrating. Down the line, homeward bound, you decide I'll fail the day. To get back here until your fists are wrong. Let this be one you will not win. Will not win. So how can you say that you don't miss me?
found my way back to this deep dive because that was an awesome tune. I love the pace of it. I love, essentially, it felt like the double time snare, but it gave it this, you know, really energetic kind of new wave feel. I know new wave for a track from '87 is, I don't think it like really applies, but it had that like energetic synth rock, you know, a bit of the post-punk flavor. I really enjoyed the sonics on that one. And the settings seemed to be interpersonal. It sounded like, you know, a former like partner, you know, maybe someone like, you know, on the like in the dying stages of a relationship, and it's, you know, it's gotten to a point where, you know, it's being cut off. But ultimately, there were a lot of lines that I got only in part, so I, you know, the full contours of what that might be, even if it is about, you know, two people that used to be in a more positive and loving relationship, and now, you know, are on the outs and declaring war. I'm not sure. So yeah, like I said, sonically I really enjoyed it. It had this energetic, fast, you know, sort of powerful feel to the percussion, but it also had that like crazy thing where it was like at the end of every bar, instead of like hitting like you thought it would sort of like, it would turn sideways. Like it was all like perfectly rhythmic, but it felt like the end of the bars were like deliberately like adjusted in a way that gave the track a sort of unique rhythm. So I enjoyed that, and I enjoyed the synth work. It gave it a very epic feel. So yeah, bottom line, I know I've been away from this deep dive for a while, but you do a reaction like this and it, you know, reminds you that you got to make sure you're keeping up with the ones that you know, even in light of all the ones I'm going through, you know, I can't let them fall off. So once again, big shout out to all those who followed the first handful of reactions. Shout out to Philip for making the catalog at large available. And yeah, let me know what you think of this one. I'm curious because, again, it's been a little while since I've been away, so I don't remember exactly who had been commenting on the earlier ones. So in any case, let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.